Hello amazing viewers, good day to you all. Welcome to my channel. For those denying that there is no ethno-religious, or killings, no Christian killings in this nation, I don't even know the kind of prayer to give to these individuals. But the part of hell that is waiting for these people, the part of hell that is waiting for these people, will be so terrible. For years, Nigerians have observed the patterns of the killings. I am not saying that there are no Muslims being killed. But just go and look at the communities in Plateau State, in Southern Kaduna, in Kogi, in Kwara. The Owo incident also, was it not in church it took place? How many Christians were murdered? Were there Muslims that were killed in there? Don't get me wrong, I am not saying Muslims are not being killed. But the fact that these people are denying this thing, you see, after we've seen videos, communities cry out, we've seen videos of long chains of casket of people being buried in Christian communities. And then you have the temerity to deny. I can say, okay, because the government is playing politics, let's pardon them. Not pardon per se, pardon. I can say, okay, so for some of the Muslim, faithful that is also trying to say, oh, no such thing is happening, I can also move that aside. But how about the clergymen we have that have decided to turn against or turn a blind eye to the killings of fellow Christians just because there is someone's birth they are leaking? These are the same people that have raised voice in the past to say, oh, there is Christian killing. And now that this thing has gained international attention, all of a sudden, you that is here in Nigeria that understand that this thing is going on is now pleading. What is there to plead about? That Nigeria should not be designated as a country of concern. I don't even care what they designate Nigeria as right now. My own is, let the nonsense stop. Let the insecurity, the terrorism end. Whether it's a Muslim or a Christian that is being killed, let it end. If this is going to prepare the government to do something, let them do something. The Bishop Kukah that just set himself up for drugs, what effort has he seen the government put up so far? Because his reason for pleading to the US not to, term Nigeria a country of particular concern, it is going to undermine the peace and whatsoever that they're trying to foster. I don't understand. I don't understand. It's not as if the Christians are against the Muslims. No. If anything, why everyone is saying, oh, this thing is happening, do not deny it, it's because they want a stop to it. And it is solely targeted to the government of the day. Because these are the people that is busy romancing and has been busy romancing the matter. If they had done the needful from the onset, I do not think it will get to a point where we'll have almost, we have more journalists, international journalists and international lawmakers talking about this matter. If they had done the needful. Their major concern is, let the action not be taken. If they don't take any action at all, they will not be bothered. They are the sole reason why this thing has persisted for this long. Bishop Kukah should have remained quiet about this matter, rather than come and tell us all this thing. Do you know this is like gaslighting Nigerians? There are certain things I expect from clergymen. If you cannot talk about the truth, then please don't say anything. In your quiet room, please pray for the government. Pray for the nation. It's better we don't even hear your voice talk about it than you come out to come and start telling us all this thing. What effort has the government been making till date? Oh, is it the one of having a peace talk with these same people? And then they will go as far as even threatening communities to pay millions of naira for them to be able to go to their farm. Not be waiting just come out from Zamfara of recent. This thing is not for there to be a problem between the Muslims and the Christians. No. It is for something to be done. Oh God. You see, this time around there, I will be... In fact, Nigerians should drag any clergy. We're not going to use in platforms, speak through to power. And I am up for it. Because this whole thing is becoming something else. Is it that you shush it or you say the way it is? Just like what Prophetessa Eboba is doing. And some other clergymen. Please, enough is enough. I'm going to read out what the media reported. And of course, I'm going to take, social media reactions to that effect. But before I get to do that, let me show us this video of the brouhaha that took place yesterday at the assembly.
Those again saying the eyes have it.
Mr. Senate President, please may I speak? I'm a woman and abortion has to do with women. It's very important, sir.
Let us go to clause. This has been stepped down in totality. Yes, you distinguished senator. This has been stepped down in view of the conviction, but if you have anything to add, you can say.
Thank you very much, sir. Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan, Kogi Central. Sir, this borders on abortion. And...
Yes, Senator. Your mic.
Mr. President, we have been tutored over and over that when a matter has been concluded and you have dropped the gavel, in this particular case, to allow for more conversation, if you grant exemption to distinguish Senator Natasha, then you must extend the same extension to us, in which case our rules should become meaningless. I think the rules should be obeyed. We have said more discussion, which allow her to make any input, and I also intend to make more input. I think that is the whole essence of deferring it. To continue the debate, many of us will rather debate it here. So I think my distinguished sister should agree that these are the rules. And those rules have to be followed. If you begin to exercise discretion of granting exemption here, you have to grant exemption there, and here we shall have no rules.
Okay,
I think the rules should be fair, and they should be applied the way you have done, even when I try to...
Distinguished Senator Adamo Shumole, I must add that I'm not a spirit to know what the senator wanted to say. The senator said, I want to say something. But if I knew, I would have referred her to Rule 52 sub 6. Rule 52 sub 6 says, it shall be out of order to attempt to reconsider any specific question upon which the Senate has come to a conclusion during the current session, except upon a substantive motion for rescission.
There's been so much talk on social media space ever since this video went viral. Now, people are beginning to believe that there's a gang up against Natasha Akpoti. Being that this video we are seeing is not the first. No doubt, what they are trying to talk about, or what they said they have stepped down the motion already, has to do with women. And of course, her contribution will be of great concern. Now, what I don't know on this is me having my own personal take. Yes, there are rules in the house. And what Adams Oshomole said, I wouldn't want to fault him because there are rules in the house. And he just tried to remind them that, okay, there are rules in the house and this is how far they have gone with this matter. But I also want to believe that there are times when I feel, this is my opinion, I feel like, okay, there are times when if a matter is not or has not been discussed thoroughly, then there should be a rule, some kind of a bend to say, okay, this thing, I think we have to talk. Is anybody interested, or is anybody saying, okay, can we talk further on this? I think there should be a rule like that too. I don't know if she was aware that, okay, they have talked about this matter up to this level, probably before she came back or not. And if anybody actually told her, okay, this is it. Because the way Natasha is staying alone in the house, you self gonna say something is up. Definitely, they are up to something against her. But I'm not saying that, okay, they don't have the rule. Since that is the rule, that is the rule. But I'm just saying there should be a way. Make it not be like, say, okay, person they want to attack Akpabio. I know Akpabio is a worst Senate president. And I know this assembly is something that they have decided to put up like a court. But then, their rule is their rule. What I would expect is, okay, this is how it is. Probably the matter, some people feel dissatisfied. They may not be bold enough to talk about it the way Natasha wants to talk about it. What they should have done is to ask questions. Okay, the eyes, how is it like this? The next thing, you just begin the rush, they go. You begin the rush, they go. Maybe she was not even satisfied with the way the whole matter was discussed and decided to bring it up again. Add to what she needs to say. And then the next thing, we are seeing all of this here. The I have it and the name have it, and then they just end it. And then all this happening. There should be a room for some kind of, deviation. There should be room for some kind of deviation. If some people feel like some matter has not been discussed thoroughly, you could ask question. As much as I know, say yes, they try to believe, say there's something like that, because not be because of Natasha, but you can see how things are going. That there is always like a clique being formed in the house, a gang up. It is still okay to still say, ask questions and say, okay, should we do it like this? How many of you feel that this matter has not been talked enough? And what's all this nonsense about AI? Is almost the same individual, the same number of voices you hear saying nay, and the same number of voices saying yay. I don't know where the Nigerian people learn their own assembly. I don't know who they copied from, because other assembly sections we have seen, it is not like this. Not like this at all. Not like this. The truth be told, if they continue like this, they will never have time to deliberate on important issues. Because some people will go and sit one side and say, oh, we have to shush this person, we have to shush this person. I don't know why other ladies in the house did not raise up their voice. I don't know. Maybe in the section before now they did it. Or maybe they tried to say, okay, we also understand the law. But I think the Senate president should give a room for this thing I just talked about. Because there are some matters that only the women will understand. And will give a much more vital point than even the male. So it is always good you also hear from them, whether it's Natasha or not Natasha. No be to the rush, you do because on one rush, good goes nowhere. All the while you have been deliberating and never even deliberate anything we don't see where they even impart well in our lives. So we all at the rush go. Nigeria, we have a long way to go. Anyways, let me just read out what the media reported about Bishop Kukah that has, made Nigerians to drag him and, of course, take social media reactions before we come back to wrap this up. Now, according to the Vanguard, it says here, Bishop Matthew Hassan Kukah, the Catholic Bishop of Sokoto Diocese, has urged the international community not to redesignate Nigeria as a country of particular concern over alleged religious persecution, warning that such a move could undermine ongoing efforts to foster peace and interfaith dialogue. Speaking at the launch of the Aid to the Church in Need ACIN 2025 World Report on Religious Freedom in the World, held at the Augustinian Hall, Vatican City, on October 21st, Bishop Kukah acknowledged the country's deep-seated challenges, but insisted that Nigeria should be supported, not punished, as it works to overcome religious violence and national disunity. The report, which spans 1248 pages, documents a global decline in religious freedom, with more than 5.4 billion living in countries where such rights are restricted. It identifies authoritarianism, religious extremism, ethno-religious nationalism and organized crime as key drivers of persecution across the world. Kukah, delivering a paper titled A Plea and Testimony for Nigeria, said that while Nigeria continues to grapple with terrorism, insecurity, and ethnic tensions, the situation cannot simply be categorized as targeted persecution of Christians. We are not dealing with people going around wielding machetes to kill me because I am a Christian, he said. I live and work in Sokoto, right in the womb of Islam, where collaboration between Christians and Muslims remains possible. Our lives should be defined by a better narrative. The cleric, however, admitted that Nigeria's security breakdown has created conditions for what he described as genocide in some communities, citing the federal and state government failure to contain violence and protect citizens. Nigerians are dying unacceptable deaths across the country, not only because of their religion but also their ethnicity. We are in the cusp of a weak state with a clear lack of capacity to arrest the descent into anarchy, Kukah lamented. He described the 8 years under former President Muhammadu Buhari as the worst phase in interfaith relations, accusing the administration of policies that alienated Christians and emboldened jihadists. Under Buhari, to gain power, it was more important to be a northern Muslim than to be a citizen of Nigeria, he said. In contrast, Bishop Kukah noted that President Bola Tinubu's administration has shown inclusiveness and goodwill through recent appointments that balance religious representation in government. Now, you can as well, visit the Vanguard to read further on this. It's quite lengthy, so I just decided to take part of it. But this is partly what Bishop Kukah said, and this has really triggered a lot of Nigerians. And I must say I'm highly, highly disappointed. This is someone that has raised voice, to genocide, the killing of Christians in Nigeria sometime. And then all of a sudden, because the Tinubu's administration has given you something, one or two things best known to you, made you a pro-chancellor or whatsoever it is that he was made, which I'm not even interested in, you've started talking in another different tone. This is really, really annoying. I'm telling you the truth. Some clergymen, they are just losing it. And I get to wonder if they were actually called or they call themselves. Now, I'm going to take some social media reactions because I feel like, okay, Bishop Kukah really set himself up for drags, and whatever he gets from the people, he deserves it. I'm going to do that, and then, of course, we'll return to the video to wrap this up. Idrese saying Bishop Kukah is a hypocrite. He lived in Sokoto State in peace and was respected, but that didn't stop him from the lies, especially during Buhari's administration. Tinubu gave him a post as the vice chancellor, and he's now saying this. This is to tell the Christians in Nigeria, and especially in the north, that this bishop is all out for the money. He's a hypocrite, a big one. Citizen Observer are saying the same Kukah took this action when Christians were attacked and killed by Muslim extremists in Sokoto. He probably suspended the mass for his own safety as a selfish leader of the church that he has become. Citizen Observer also said here again, there is a need to raise awareness within the Sokoto congregation regarding Bishop Kukah. Those in the middle belt who have access to his followers are encouraged to begin the awareness campaign. This is an important effort to ensure people are well informed and able to discern the truth about those whose actions may not align with their outward image. There are many traitors in the kingdom, and they are beginning to reveal themselves. Akwa Ibom Ferson saying it's better to die young and be remembered as a hero than to live long and become a villain. Kukah, I pour you spit. The Rising Sun saying U.S. government should not listen to the appeal of Bishop Kukah not to designate Nigeria a country of particular concern. Same Bishop Kukah has been lamenting about the killing of Christians by Fulani militia, fully sponsored by Nigerian government. Nigerian government wants to silence the truth.
Your platform should be for the truth and nothing but the truth. Because the truth, you will know the truth, and the truth will set you free. Why shouldn't the US designate Nigeria a country of particular concern? Why? One senator say, oh, the ammunition is going to affect us in many ways. The ammunition they are giving us, we will not get it again. And I said, and I asked the question, the one they've been giving since, why have they not used it judiciously in fighting terrorism? Did they not tell us that they don't have the kind of machinery that the people have? How come the ones that they have is ending up in the hands of those people, as being alleged? So if they have not been using it well to combat terrorism, then it's as good as them not having anything now. Yes, now. They might as well not have anyone, because they have not been using the one they've been giving. Did I want to say, oh, this sanction is going to do this one? Please. If this thing where then they run helter-skelter up and down now, they try see how they will stop US. If they will put that energy into fighting this thing, I'm sure in 1 week they will end it, because they know the hideout of these people. If they don't know, they should go and ask Governor Daud Alawa that whose phone can tell you their location and where they are when they are coming, according to part of what he said. They should go and ask. And some of them, I'm sure some of those other people too do have the same kind of phone, because Daud they know customizing own. So let them go and do it under 1 week, and then see whether the US will not withdraw. As we are saying all this thing, another clergy has cried out from the same Plateau State about how they are also killing Christians. The other day here, how many of them did they kill? The most annoying part is that these people raised alarm prior to the attack. And then what the military did was to counter the person's statement and say the person is raising false alarm and trying to set panic in the society. And then it eventually happened. Tell me, will a well-meaning government allow such a thing to happen, that somebody will raise alarm and you come out to say this thing, to the point that the clergyman alleged that what they did was to withdraw the officials, security officials in that community before the attack happened? So long as these people keep living in denial, we'll keep having this problem. And please, let the matter continue to escalate. My major concern is, let there be a full stop to it. This is not for there to pitch the Christians against the Muslims, because there are so many Muslim faithful that is not in support of whatever that is happening, whether it's a Christian being killed or it's a Muslim being killed. It is a human life we are talking about here. A human life. So please, maybe Bishop Kukah cannot allow person just they get angry anyhow, because this is seriously annoying to me. Stop pleading and allow the needful, the US to push the government to do the needful. Stop it already. Stop it. Since when they know designate Nigeria as country of particular concern, what difference has the government done in our life? What has they done? What have they done? What positive impact have they brought in our lives? That you are talking as they know designate. Please. It's too early for someone to be getting angry. Let this man just keep quiet on this matter. That's all I can say. And allow people like Prophetess Eboba to be at the forefront. Thank you so much for watching. Please do leave your opinion in the comment section. Kindly subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so. Click on the notification bell the moment you subscribe. That way you get to know as soon as I publish. Thank you guys for all the love. Thank you for the immense support. God bless you richly. Do enjoy the rest of your day, and see you guys in my other videos.